Seconds away, a flying target, a chopper pilot's first-hand account flying through Iraq's danger zone. And is fog going to affect your commute tomorrow? Eyewitness News begins in 60 seconds.
It's on, even when the lights aren't.
It's on when there's an emergency.
It's on whenever I need it.
With Verizon, when the power goes out, your phone stays on. Plus, we handle over 1.2 billion calls a day with over 99.99% reliability. There's something cable can't say.
My phone, it's always on.
Verizon, it's the network.
It's also one of the most fuel-efficient 8-passenger SUVs in America, the Pilot from Honda.
Deadly skies, another U.S. military chopper crashes in Iraq. 7 Americans are killed. Early reports say the helicopter was hit by an insurgent's missile. It is the 5th deadly chopper crash in 2.5 weeks. I'm Michelle Tuzzi. In all, 28 lives have been lost since insurgents changed their tactics and began targeting U.S. helicopters.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. They were trying to avoid roadside bombs, so helicopters had been the safest means of travel during the Iraq War, but that's not the case anymore. Now, what can pilots do to stay out of the insurgents' crosshairs? Eyewitness News reporter Elsa Ramon is live at Van Nuys Airport with a pilot who's flown the dangerous Iraqi skies. Elsa.
Mark, it is such a dangerous job. Helicopter pilots flying missions during wartime are always vulnerable. They're always under the pressure of possibly being attacked by insurgents and other hostile gunfire. Tonight, we talked to our own Air 7 HD pilot who's flown in some of those missions, and he tells us why helicopter pilots are more vulnerable and under more pressure and under more danger than they've ever been before. Pilot Reese Hunt, a 14-year veteran of the Air Force, has flown in missions in Bosnia, Afghanistan, and in Operation Iraqi Freedom. He's experienced hostile gunfire before and says it's always on the minds of pilots flying missions in the war.
We took every precaution that we could. We flew mostly at night. The helicopters that I was flying had some pretty robust defensive systems on them, which helped.
Although the danger has always been there for military pilots, Hunt says insurgents are getting their hands on more dangerous and elaborate weapons, making helicopters an easier target more than ever before.
I think that it's the proliferation of weapons like shoulder-fired missiles and RPGs, certainly small arms. I think there's just a lot more of them out there. And a greater number of insurgents.
Hunt says pilots flying in today's missions have to be ready for anything.
The threat is actual. It's out there. You need to be as prepared as you can mentally and physically to meet that challenge, to meet that threat.
Hunt also says pilots are briefed before missions about the level of danger out there, but they always, as he said, have to be ready for anything they could come across. Reporting live at the Van Nuys Airport, Elsa Ramon, ABC 7 Eyewitness News. Mark and Michelle, back to you in the studio.
Elsa, thank you. Major developments tonight involving North Korea and a potential nuclear deal. At six-nation talks in Beijing, North Korea's nuclear envoy announced his nation is ready to discuss initial steps for disarmament. Sources suggest North Korea may agree to freeze its main nuclear reactor and allow international inspectors in exchange for energy aid as a starting step to disarm.
The city of Riverside is cracking down on graffiti, not just by going after the taggers, but by going after their parents as well. Eyewitness News reporter Melissa McBride is live in Riverside with the story. Melissa.
Mark, there are a lot of walls and fences just like this one damaged by graffiti. Now, parents of kids caught tagging are going to have to foot the bill, and that can really add up.
Whether the paint is pink or blue or black, it's an eyesore to Riverside City Councilman Steve Adams. Tagging is scattered throughout the La Sierra neighborhood, which he represents.
They're just cowards and punks that sneak around in the dark at night and go out and they spray paint walls.
Adams is taking on taggers and holding their parents responsible through the Zero Tolerance Task Force. Juveniles caught with spray cans in hand will face criminal charges, and the city attorney will sue their parents in civil court to recover the cost of cleanup and police overtime.
When those families start paying tens of thousands of dollars in fines, I can assure you they're going to know where their children are at 10:20 at night.
Tuesday night, 2 teenagers were arrested for this display. Police say they're repeat offenders, and this time they were caught on surveillance tape.
What was occurring is a city crew would come up and clean it up every day, and on the following day, the tagging would be back up on the wall.
Captain Pete Esquivel and Councilman Adams are former partners on the police force. They hope to combat tagging groups in neighborhoods that can sometimes become a stepping stone to gang graffiti and more serious crimes.
And police say that repeat vandalism is considered a felony. The city attorney also can sue for up to $25,000 per incident. Reporting live in Riverside, I'm Melissa McBride, ABC 7 Eyewitness News. Michelle, back to you.
Melissa, thank you. Today, several suspected taggers were arrested during a series of raids in the Antelope Valley. The arrests follow a 6-month investigation into a known tagging crew wanted for causing thousands of dollars worth of damage throughout the Antelope Valley. During the raids, deputies collected evidence, including spray cans, designs, photos, and videotapes. Investigators believe there are other suspects out there and plan to have them soon.
Police call her a one-woman crime wave who can assume almost anyone's identity. We have her picture. Take a good look here. Her real name is Holly Marie Clausewitz. Investigators say she's an expert at changing her hairstyles, her jewelry, and her demeanor, and she can act like anything from a soccer mom to a businesswoman. So far, she has assumed the identities of 10 different people to go on lavish spending sprees with other people's money. If you see her, please call Huntington Beach Police at 714-536-5953.
Taking a look at news from around the nation, police in Utah have released video of a dramatic chase that ended with a deadly shootout. A parolee in a stolen car was trying to escape from deputies when he lost control in the snow. He got out and started firing, then jumped into a pickup truck, which was being driven by an off-duty deputy that joined in the chase. He crashed the truck into a hillside, at which point 5 deputies opened fire, killing the suspect. A massive chemical fire in Kansas City, Missouri forces an evacuation that remains in effect tonight. Explosions injured 2 people. The fire also left a sticky residue throughout the city, but it's not believed to be highly toxic. The EPA and firefighters are still on the scene. And in New York, one lawmaker wants to ban the use of iPods and cell phones while crossing the street. State Senator Carl Kruger says people are so distracted by their gadgets, they're tuning out the world around them, putting themselves and others in danger. Under his proposed bill, anyone caught using an electronic device in a crosswalk could be fined $110.
Eyewitness News at 11 just getting started. We'll be back in 60 seconds. We saw some clouds rolling in today. The rain is pretty close behind. Dallas has the forecast.
New information about the astronaut arrested and her alleged victim.
The Ryan O'Neal family feud takes an ugly turn when his son's pregnant girlfriend shows up bruised and battered.
Would you spend $150 grand for the promise of eternal life? See what's happening inside a lab in Arizona that has some people betting they can live forever.
Letters from Iwo Jima has been nominated for 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Original Screenplay, and Best Director Clint Eastwood, and winner of the Golden Globe Award for Best Picture of the Year. Letters from Iwo Jima, rated R, now playing.
My truck better be able to
Tow my tractor.
I'll steel
My boat.
concrete
Uphill. Downhill.
without burning up the brakes.
We asked the guys who use trucks to help build ours and got an available 381 horsepower V8 with standard towing capacity of over 10,000 pounds and among the largest front brake rotors in its class. The all-new assembled in America Toyota Tundra, the truck that's changing it all. Get one at a great price. Now at your Southern California Toyota dealer.
Carbon monoxide is the silent killer. Without a carbon monoxide alarm, there's no way of knowing if your family is in danger. Protect your loved ones by installing carbon monoxide alarms on every level and in each sleeping area of your home. This simple step will help save lives.
You're watching Eyewitness News in high definition.
NASA officials will review their psychological screening process for astronauts in the wake of Lisa Nowak's arrest. They want to find out if they missed any warning signs. Nowak returned home to Houston today, head covered as she got off the plane. She was arrested Monday after she allegedly drove 900 miles to Orlando and attempted to kidnap Air Force Captain Colleen Shipman. Police say Nowak believed Shipman was a rival for the affections of astronaut Bill Oefelein. One of Shipman's neighbors confirms that she had been dating Oefelein. She says Shipman is now in seclusion.
I think she's petrified, and I think that She's wondering why the press is talking more about, not talking about the victim. She's doing well. She's just frightened and wants to be left alone right now.
Nowak is free on bail, wearing a tracking device, facing charges of attempted murder.
The battling O'Neills let their lawyers do the talking today about a weekend altercation that led to Ryan O'Neill's arrest. Ryan O'Neill's son, Griffin, along with his injured and pregnant girlfriend, met the media today. Joanna Berry appeared bandaged, bruised, with a swollen left eye. Griffin O'Neill's lawyer says her injuries were, quote, not a result of Ryan O'Neill's acting in self-defense, unquote. Today, Ryan O'Neill's attorney told reporters the 65-year-old was attacked by his son, who was swinging a fireplace poker. He says he ducked and Berry was hit. Ryan O'Neill fired a shot during the incident at his Malibu home. He faces charges of assault with a deadly weapon and negligent discharge of a firearm.
Is a new diet pill the magic bullet people have been waiting for?
And could what's in these devices help you live forever? It's a special report.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dallas Raines. Is rain headed our way for the weekend? I'll have the forecast next.
I'm George Pinocchio, and tonight's Hollywood Wrap, the people of Lost are revealing secrets about each other.
Writes the most disgusting. I have to erase them because I'm afraid my wife will see them.
Who is the show creator talking about? That plus hidden talents and a kissing confession next.
Tomorrow morning.
Breaking news as it happens.
The news you need.
Your weather forecast, fast and accurate.
Also, controlling blood sugar isn't just a concern for diabetics. Find out what you can eat to keep even and stay healthy at 5 and 6 a.m. on ABC 7.
Each note comes alive, as though it were performed live. This is the experience of the Infinity Studio on Wheels, inside the all-new Infinity G. Sound beyond machine.
So you claim to be Foster Farms chickens?
That's right, California grown.
Yep. But Foster Farms chickens have no hormones or steroids added. And they're corn-fed. And that's a piece of pepperoni pizza.
You sure that's our X-ray?
Yeah, that's a beak.
I
think I'm gonna have to run some more tests.
Foster Farms fresh chicken. Always natural, always fresh, always California grown.
Pepperoni pizza? It was sausage!
Monte Carlo to Godon. Red carpets, stunning vistas, and hairpin turns. In no particular order, Range Rover Sport, designed for the extraordinary.
Everyone is fabulous. The Barney's Warehouse sale, 50 to 75% off regular prices. Starts tomorrow, February 8th. The Barker Hangar at the Santa Monica Air Center.
Work it. On February 16th, a bridge will be crossed.
Wow.
A world will be discovered, and an incredible adventure will begin. Bridge to Terabithia, rated PG, February 16th.
Get ABC 7 Ski Report on your phone or at abc7.com. Driven by the 2007 Subaru Forester XT. Ready for your life. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Meteorologist Dallas Raines has the seal of approval from the American Meteorological Society.
Here's a question. Do you want to live forever, and how much would you pay for it?
Eyewitness News reporter Robert Olguin joins us now with a special report on what it takes to be frozen in time. Robert?
40 years ago, a professor from Glendale made history. Dr. James Bedford is credited with being the first person to be cryonically frozen with the intent of future resuscitation. Bedford believed that someday science would be able to bring him back to life. And Bedford is not alone. Shortly after his death on January 12, 1967, the body of 73-year-old James Bedford was placed inside this steel tube. The insulated chamber was filled with liquid nitrogen, and Bedford's body was frozen.
Dr. Bedford is kind of a hero to a lot of people in the cryonics industry.
In 1982, Bedford's relatives turned him over to Alcor. a life extension group based in Scottsdale, Arizona.
He's preserved today because Alcor took over his care, and he's going to stay that way until we have the means to fix him.
Alcor took Bedford's body out of this homemade device and placed it inside one of these stainless steel cylinders. These giant thermos-like containers are called dewars, and inside are 75 Alcor patients, people who, like Bedford, believed that death was only an interruption.
I think he was probably a believer in the relentless drive of humans to improve their own quality of life and the science and the technology that comes along with just everyday progress.
Tanya Jones is president of Alcor. It's a nonprofit group with 10 employees that operates out of this strip mall. This video, provided by Alcor, shows how the staff prepares for the preservation process. For $80,000, Alcor will preserve your head. For $150,000, they'll preserve your entire body, a one-time fee. You're paying for the possibility, however remote, that technology and science will someday be able to breathe life into dead tissue.
First and foremost, it is an individual choice. We're not out there trying to tell people this is for them. We're not out there to give them any false hope. We're very upfront about the fact that science takes time.
This will sort of illustrate the basic problem.
Dr. Hans Bosler is a professor of physics at USC. Like most mainstream scientists, he says cryonics simply won't work.
Trying to do that on a whole body level is just fairly far-fetched.
He uses a rose to demonstrate his point. The flower is frozen in liquid nitrogen, and it emerges perfectly preserved. But within an hour, as the rose thaws, its cellular structure begins to break down. He says the damage to human flesh and tissue would be even worse.
I think for the people that try to invest their money and hope that somebody's going to revive them in a couple of 100 years, they would be better off taking a vacation.
But Jones disagrees.
This gives hope where otherwise there would be none. And it is just a sliver of hope because it is so speculative. It is very much a research project. But the alternative is certain death.
There are currently 320 Alcor members worldwide, people who have paid for preservation in advance. 1/3 of them live in California. Live in the studio, Robert Olguin, ABC 7 Eyewitness News. Mark, Michelle, Dallas, back to you.
Okay, Robert, thanks. Dallas Raines is here now as we look at the weather and some rain in the forecast.
Yes, I think so. Finally for the weekend. Not for the next couple of days, though. We're going to see some clouds around. And early this morning, it was a lot of fog out there. Had some problems down at LAX. Remember last night we were looking at that neat time lapse out of Long Beach. We'll have some fog in the morning, too, but nothing like we had early. So I think LAX should be fine for tomorrow morning, and driving should be also quite good. All right, let's roll on and see what we have on live. Megadopolis 7000 HD. We've had some rain today up in the central part of the state, but right now, most of that is dissipating. We had some snow up in the high country. And again, tonight, most of that is ending. However, more rain and snow is coming to the northern part of the state. LAX now, some light haze and fog. Temperatures are cool in the 50s. Today's high was 68, 53 this morning's low. And so far, friends, this season, we've only had 1.5 inches of rain. Hard to believe it's been that dry. All right, let's look at the satellite view and talk about it tonight, though, with the telestrator. The first weather system still going through northern California tonight, but it's really weak by the time it got down here in southern Cal. So we're not expecting any rain from that. The next weather system looks very impressive. It's headed also towards San Francisco, and that will give some rain up there. But eventually, this mass of cloudiness and jet stream pattern will sag down into Southern California on Saturday, and that's when we'll have a chance of some rain. I think it looks pretty good, too. So as you make your plans for the weekend, get ready to have the umbrella ready. And cloudy skies and rain showers probably into Sunday. Overnight lows tonight will start out about 50 degrees early tomorrow morning in Glendale, 33 at Big Bear Lake. No snow in the forecast there the next couple of days. However, over the weekend, we should get a little snow in the high country. Tomorrow, temperature should be about like today in the 60s. The warmest out at Palm Springs at 75, and then 68 at Northridge tomorrow, and 64 down at Redondo Beach. Okay, surfers, we don't have a lot of swell for you. However, with the action going on in the Pacific, I am forecasting a bump in the west and northwest energy coming in by Friday and for the weekend. So we can get some 2 to 5 foot breakers at that time. All right, here's the 7-day forecast then for tomorrow. Kind of a mixture of clouds and sunshine. A nice day on Thursday, and Friday some clouds around 2, highs mainly in the mid-60s. Looks like by Saturday will be our best chance to get some rain. Cloudy skies, periods of rain. We could see anywhere from 1/2 to 1 inch of rain by the time we start on Saturday and end on Sunday night. So again, a pretty good soaking coming our way for the weekend. Make it a great day tomorrow. Back to you, Mark and Michelle.
There's still time to buy the hot chocolate for the weekend.
That's right.
Dallas, thanks a lot.
Right.
After a 3-month break, Lost returned to television tonight.
And in tonight's Hollywood Wrap, the cast is talking, just not about the show. Here's George Pinocchio to explain.
All right, thanks very much. You know, when it comes to spilling the beans about plot lines on TV's Lost, the lid is kept on pretty tight. But when it comes to talking about each other, well, the lips get a little looser.
Terry O'Quinn is a rock and roller.
In what way?
He plays guitar, he sings, and he has all the moves.
So the guy who plays Locke knows how to get down. Turns out he's not the only cast member with secret musical talent. Naveen Andrews?
Naveen's a really beautiful guitar player. It's nice to sort of listen to him do that. It's very relaxing.
Co-star Yeonjin Kim says Josh Holloway also plays guitar, and her TV husband Daniel Day Kim is now taking lessons.
There are a lot of great singers in our cast. Jorge, first of all, okay, if you take him to karaoke, the man can't shut up.
Dominic Monaghan says his pal Jorge Garcia is a great game player.
Jorge Garcia plays incredible Risk. You know the board game Risk? He plays incredible Risk.
But if you believe the show's creator, Dominic is a bad boy.
He sends text messages that, you know, out of the blue that are just horrible. He literally writes the most, like, disgusting. Like, I have to erase them because I'm afraid my wife will see them and, like, get mad at me for knowing him.
The actor who plays the scruffy Desmond is giving up a secret about himself.
I do shave sometimes, like when I have a flashback, and then I have to get a fake beard put on me.
Finally, back to the mischievous Jorge Garcia.
This New Year's, we were all, a few of us went to Ian's house, Ian Cusick. And when midnight came around, Foxy kissed me on the mouth. It wasn't so bad, though.
Jorge told you about the situation on New Year's? My goodness, I thought that was just between him and I.
It was. Some of the cast also get together to play soccer, including leading lady Evangeline Lilly. And Yeonjin Kim is writing a book in Korean about her journey becoming an actress in America. And also, Josh Holloway says he beats them all at poker. Or so he says.
That is great. All right, George, thank you. Well, coming up here, is it a new tool in the fight against
This fat-blocking diet pill, the easy answer to losing weight?
And an extra cup of coffee tomorrow morning could be good for you. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Tomorrow, look closely.
Take a couple of nice deep breaths.
You're getting sleepy and pregnant. They've tried everything. Now, can a hypnotist help these women do what fertility treatments could? Tomorrow at 11, only on KABC 7.
Gravity will propel this Lexus IS over 4,000 feet in a matter of seconds. This Lexus IS will attempt to cover the same distance even faster. The 306 horsepower Lexus IS 350. So much for gravity. See your Southern California Lexus dealer.
Why have pleasant dreams when you can have beautiful dreams?
Why can't a man say to that? Why shouldn't your closet fit your clothes?
And why can't it help you get dressed?
Who says you can't hog a different cover every night?
Why can't we just hide if we want to?
Why does it feel so good to snooze?
Take your bedroom home today. Get a special finance when you pay with your IKEA credit card.
And Accord can reflect many things. A higher standard of fuel economy, a commitment to a lower cost of ownership, a forward-thinking approach to design, and a total appreciation for the pure pleasure of driving. The Accord from Honda. You might say it's the perfect reflection of you.
Lease a Honda Accord for $199 a month for well-qualified customers.
Golden Globe and Screen Actors Guild winner for Best Actor, Forrest Whitaker. He's now nominated for an Academy Award in one of the great performances of modern movie history. The Last King of Scotland, rated R, now playing everywhere.
This ABC 7 Eyewitness newscast is brought to you in part by your Southern California Ford dealers.
Car Driver invites 600 of its readers to test drive Camry, Accord, and the all-wheel drive Ford Fusion.
I thought the Ford Fusion had a new, modern, different look.
It's something totally different than Ford's ever done. I think it's a 100% home run.
On performance, handling, and styling, Ford Fusion wins. Now just sign and drive off. It's that simple.
Lease the front-wheel drive Fusion SC for only $259 a month with 0 down, 0 first month's payment, and 0 do-it signing after Ford's rebate. Just sign and drive.
Here's a first. The federal government is approving an over-the-counter version of a prescription diet pill. GlaxoSmithKline, which provided this video, will sell a lower-dose form of Xenical under the name Ally. Xenical, generic name Orlistat, blocks the absorption of some fat when taken with meals. Ally's maker says it's meant to be used along with a reduced-calorie, low-fat diet and exercise. You can look for it later this year.
And here's some information that might give coffee drinkers a boost. Drinking coffee regularly could be good for your heart. That's contrary to popular belief. A new study finds seniors who routinely consumed up to 2 caffeinated beverages per day had a 23% reduced risk of dying from heart disease. And those who drank 2 to 4 coffees, teas, or colas got even more benefit, a 32% reduced risk.
Rob Fukuzaki is up next with sports.
Thursday, the first of 3 extraordinary episodes all of America will be talking about.
Holy Mother.
All new Grey's Anatomy, Thursday at 9/8 Central, only on ABC.
This car is packed with technology.
But I find it very easy to use.
The car is simple, intuitive.
It's elegant, it's beautiful.
The way it makes you feel, the safety, the security, the comfort. We walked away from the accident because of that car.
The car's an absolute rocket. Just a wonderful car to drive.
You get what you pay for, it's that simple.
When I was a kid, I thought these cars were the most beautiful in the world. And I still do.
Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf?
They wowed their critics on Broadway and in London. And now Evening Standard winner Kathleen Turner and Tony winner Bill Irwin are coming to Los Angeles in Edward Albee's Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf.
If you existed, I'd divorce you.
Entertainment Weekly cheers, a giddy, vicious thrill, and the Associated Press raves, a superb evening of theater. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? Now playing at the Amundsen Theater. Call for tickets or visit amundsentheater.org.
It's on whenever I feel like gossiping.
It's on when I want to get together with my buddies.
It's on, even when a bad storm hits.
Verizon handles over 1.2 billion calls a day with over 99.99% reliability. Now there's something cable can't say. So go ahead, talk all you want. Verizon will be there for you.
My phone is always on.
Verizon, it's the network.
The world might not be made for you, but Men's Warehouse is. We have an extensive big and tall selection at prices that won't knock you out. You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Is your child still up doing homework? Call Sylvan. We can help your child do better in reading, math, writing, homework, test taking, study skills, and more. Call 800-EDUCATE.
This ABC 7 Eyewitness newscast is brought to you in part by Nissan.
Active? Definitely. The gym, the track, the field. Unstoppable? That's me.
The next generation Nissan Sentra, just awarded 5 stars for frontal crash test safety.
Life's 24/7. So's my Nissan Sentra.
Busy? That's an understatement. My week, it's like one long day. Perfect. So where do I chill out?
The next generation Nissan Sentra, only $189 a month.
Life is 24/7. So's my Nissan Sentra.
All right, USC and UCLA on the basketball court tonight.
On the run tonight on the basketball court, Mark and Michelle. The Trojans got back into the top 25, having beaten 5 ranked teams this year. If they could make it 6 tonight, that would mean they would beat UCLA and also end the Bruins' 17 home winning streak. The Bruins faithful shaking the Pauley Pavilion Foundation as he got out to a quick lead. Taj Gibson with a follow dunk. He had 8 points before fouling out late. Late second half, Trojans up a pair. Nick Young with a step back for 2 of his game-high 20. But the Bruins rallied back like they always do. Aaron Aflalo all by himself with a dunk, giving the Bruins a first lead. With 4.5 to go, Josh Shipp gets 3 cracks at the basket before scoring. And when Lutteridge Stewart of the Trojans slams the ball, he gets a technical foul. That turned into a 5-point play. The Bruins sweep the season series 70-65.
I think the frustration is getting beat. You know, we let them for good stretches of the game. We didn't finish the game. They did a good job on us defensively.
That SC squad was spirited. They play well together, and they play well tonight. You know, they're just a good team, a much improved team playing for first place. So I'm glad we got the win, though. We don't tend to look at the score. We tend to, you know, just keep focused on what we have to do. And, you know, even though we're down, but, you know, we just try to correct our mistakes, you know, limit our mistakes as the game goes on. But we have to get the victory.
Now to the NBA, Clippers in Cleveland without Corey Maggette, who was suddenly sick after complaining about his playing time again. They could have used him against the Cavs. Only got 11 points from LeBron James. Zydrunas Ilgauskas scored 16, and the Clips have dropped 3 straight on the road, 94-77 the final. Well, there will never be another Reggie Bush at USC, but today the Trojans landed the top high school recruit in the country, who many believe will provide a few flashbacks when he takes the field in a Trojan uniform. Joe McKnight thought long and hard about staying home and playing at LSU, possibly Ole Miss, but the lure of USC's Heisman tradition will bring him out west. With McKnight, the Trojans have what many consider to be the top recruiting class in the country again.
We're smiling because of the football players that we've added to this team. And this is the lifeblood of an ongoing good program. You've got to bring in great talented kids. And to be able to do this again on this level and this scale after all of the years we've been working at it makes us very proud, and we're very happy about it.
Meantime, UCLA has so many seniors coming back next season, they didn't have as many scholarships to hand out. That being said, Crenshaw duo of Brian Price and Raymond Carter should help right away. It's quality over quantity, according to the head coach.
We really went after, I believe, the top players that really fit what we needed in our program is definitely quality. So it didn't earn a lot of points, you know, in terms of overall rankings and things like that.
And that'll do it in sports. We'll be right back.
This ABC 7 Eyewitness newscast is brought to you in part by Southern California Honda dealer.
The guy said, "Lady, you need undercoating." I said, "I don't want undercoating." He said, "Lady, protect your investment." I said, "I don't want undercoating." Then he called me stupid.
Robin, on behalf of the entire North American auto industry, I apologize. I wouldn't do that. I sell Hondas. It's my job to be helpful.
Helpful.
Have any gloves?
No.
How about boots?
What's up, chumps?
I thought we got rid of him.
We wanted to. But he's the only one who knows how to fix our computers.
Hey, Steve.
Dude, I'm on my break.
But my computer crashed.
Hey, can you shut my door?
Tired of your tech support? Finally, there's a better way. Introducing Staples Easy Tech. Now get Windows Vista at Staples and have our experts install it free. Staples, that was easy.
The Sprint Power Network gives you the power to make calls, check email, wirelessly download your favorite songs whenever you want, watch live TV right on your phone. No one has a more powerful network in the Los Angeles area, and we've added more coverage from Ventura to San Bernardino to San Juan Capistrano. Now try Sprint for 30 days risk-free and get the Moto Razr for $24.99. Sprint. Power up.
They were really good, and they lived in the house. Want to change the color of him, and it has legs, and I don't know what it is. And just worms and some bugs, but his head is so tiny.
Who would you give a Volvo to?
Lease a 2007 XC90 3.2 for $399 a month for 24 months.
The secret that has everybody talking. What is it? Find out.
Tomorrow's Oprah.
Fog is forming down at LAX tonight, but no problems tomorrow like we had this morning with the heavy-duty fog. 7-day forecast, chance of rain coming for the weekend. A couple of days of nice weather. Enjoy tomorrow. Mark and Michelle, back to you.
All right, Dallas, thanks a lot. That's it for us here at 11. Nightline is next, followed by Jimmy Kimmel.
Eyewitness News returns tomorrow at 5 a.m. And remember, we're available anytime on the internet, abc7.com.
See you tomorrow.
Good night.